Pooperton III with another Attack of the Radioactive Thing video. Today I have a complete guide on beating the final arcade game for the Skull Hop Easter egg. For a complete guide to the entirety of the Perkaholic Easter egg, check out the playlist on screen now. Once you have shot the machine with the upgraded mat and the sixth skull is lit up, you are able to enter the game. When you enter the game, you will see colored platforms in front of you and cubes floating around. These cubes are your ghosts in this version of the game. The first wave of skull targets will spawn in, and when they get all the way to the opposite end, on either side a long colored light will appear. You can only hit skulls with the same colored cube, or the skull hit will turn red and try and escape. The color of the cube is dependent on the colored platform you're standing on, so you must jump off the main platform you spawn in on onto a colored platform when the game starts. When you spawn into the game, it is wise to just give it a guess, jump off onto one of the colored platforms and grab that color cube. If you're lucky, the platform you are on will happen to be the correct color and you can take out an extra skull or two. If not, just hop on over to the correct color. When jumping from platform to platform, time your jumps wisely as all platforms move in their own pattern. If you fall off onto the ground, another skull will go red and start for the exit. If you let 3 skulls escape, as per usual, your arcade game is over. You will need another 5 bullets for the MAD to reactivate the 6th skull and try again. But with all the refill pods throughout the map, you will have a lot of attempts before you must wait the 5 rounds for them to refill, or for a max ammo. Now for the juicy bits, the tips and tricks to win easy. There is some stuff in here that may give you that edge to beat this on solo. Waves 2 and 3 are much more difficult in solo. You have to be very quick to clear the final waves and finish the egg. It is possible to hit these skulls on their way out, but be sure you are on the right colored platform or you'll simply cause another skull to head for the hills. Get used to the length of time a color lasts before blinking and changing. You can get quite a few shots off before time runs out. Stay focused on the changing colors, and if you are unsure if you will have enough time to get a shot off before the change, just fire off into the ground. In co-op, use your mics to your advantage and have everyone call out when it is changing and what color it lands on. It can be difficult to tell between yellow and green, especially when downed, and it is a long process. It doesn't hurt to play it safe and announce a change. When on the same platform, try and separate. If you're too close together, not only will you be fighting for the same cubes, but you're twice as likely to get hit by the beams being shot out of the skulls. These beams are unavoidable unless switching platforms, and is mostly not worth evading and accidentally jumping off, causing a skull to escape. As always, if you take too long on a wave, the red squares will take over the floor below you completely. This is an automatic game over, so be quick. The name of the game here is Launch 'em. A secret for aiming some of you may know already is to kind of quick scope at the skulls when releasing. In other words, aim down the sights at your target a bit right before release, and the cube seems to go faster and with less of an arc. Firing into the cube as it flies away seems to make it go even farther without arcing. This can be useful for getting the skulls higher up in the pattern, which are best taken out early in the wave. When they get too close, they can be difficult to shoot because you're staring straight up at them. There seems to be another cool mechanic that I am not sure existed on the other arcade games. If you use this quickscope technique and kind of aim right to your next cube floating around quickly after release, the next cube can be reeled in almost instantly. You can then start rapidly doing this to fire off multiple cubes at once, which is great for the beginning of waves. When you get the hang of it, this is the trick to taking out waves faster and maybe the only way to beat it in solo. The final wave seems to come forward way quicker, and it can be difficult to get all the skulls before you run out of space. Once you complete 3 waves, you win. You will be rewarded with all perks permanently, except for Up and Adams in solo. As per usual, that will not come back permanently, or you just live forever. To counter this, you can either wait until you've used your 3 revives to enter the game, Or you can simply use reanimated cards, and then when you're out of those, remove your perks and grab your up and atoms. You won't have all the perks, but on top of this, Skull Hop awards you with unlimited Fate and Fortune card refills on attack. This can be huge for high round attempts when combined with the right cards. If this interests you, check out my high round guide coming up on screen now as soon as it's released. There's some awesome stuff in there for you high rounders, as well as it being my first collab with another YouTuber, I'm All Thumbs. Our guides will be linked and you won't want to miss the info he brings to the table. A link to his channel can be found on my main page if you want to check him out. But that about wraps up this guide. I hope it helps out. Subs and likes are appreciated. Peace!